Oh, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome on in, y'all. You already know who it is. Your boy Machiavelli Games, Master of None. As always, I'm here to bring you guys quality content. You know what today is? Today is Thursday. Today's Thursday. Not me forget what day it was. Today's Thursday. We're here to interview SoraBlackrose. We waiting on SoraBlackrose, Mr. Fashion Delay himself. Mr. I want to interview. Give me an interview now. Still ain't here. 601. But it is what it is. I hope everybody's doing well today. I hope you're enjoying your evening. I actually just fucked my own finger up. I got this blood spot thingy. You know, I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called when you do this shit. uh, Shit hurts though. There's a bunch of blood pussing under the thing. Shit's pissing me off now. I have to cut it open and get the blood out. But it's cool. That's not what we're here for. We're here for an interview. What's good, Sora? He been waiting for an interview since these interviews started. He wasn't like this last time I started interviews, but it's okay. This ain't we interviewing TVs now, nigga? I ain't think so. Yeah, exactly. What's good, Sora? Not him freezing. Oh man. This man need to pay his internet bill. This man is gone. Anyways, I hope everybody's good today. He's back.
What, did I leave? I was on the thing for me. Instagram being weird. You know how it is.
Nah, your shit have froze. You need to drop it down a little bit, sir. We want to see what magic happens. You know what magic I'm talking about.
There we go.
Yeah, you know what magic I'm talking about. Anyway.
Yeah, these magical eyes.
Sir, that's not what I asked. What's good, sir? How we doing today?
Same old, same old. How you?
Same old, same old. Don't answer my question, Nick. Anyway.
Today was like yesterday. So same old, same old.
Welcome in, y'all.
I went out, I bought some food, came home, got ready because you kept pestering me to get ready.
I'm pestering you. That's crazy.
Yes, 100%.
That's fucked up. Okay. Anyways, as y'all should know, Sora been waiting for an interview for the longest. Since back in before Jesus walked the earth, this man has been craving for an interview for some reason, and he finally got access to it. So give him a round of applause.
You said yes, and then you kept putting it off.
I don't put it off. I was making time and effort for everybody. God damn it! Shut the fuck up. Just let it ride. Just let it ride. Damn it. Anyways,
for 84 years I slept, and now it's time for me to rise.
Anyways, you are a minute late. I'm just gonna say that.
I told you, fashionably late.
Excuse me. And that's it, Tara. That is really the only thing. People can have glasses and beards at the same time. We are not the same person. We don't sound alike. We don't look alike. It's just a beard
exactly.
and some glasses.
Everything he said.
I ain't got time for this shit. Anyways, Sora.
Yes, sir.
You already know the first answer, or question rather. Where did the name SoraBlackrose come from?
Well, over the years I've had a bunch of different names, right? But none of them ever really stuck. Mostly because I realize having Joker in my name makes me like every other nerdy black person, because we all have the name Joker in our name. But I decided I wanted to make something more creative, more tailored to me. So I took the main character from my two favorite video games. Sora is from Kingdom Hearts, Blackrose from the original Dot Hack series, which they keep saying they're gonna remake, but they haven't done yet. So I just stuck them together, SoraBlackrose. And that's how we got my name.
That's crazy because we don't sound alike. Anyways, if you
Exactly.
have any questions
Exactly.
for Sora, if you have any questions for Sora, please do drop it down below. You already know where it is, where the question mark and message bubble is. Put your questions in there, and we shall ask them. I actually, I actually thought Black Rose came from Dragon Ball. I'm not gonna lie.
Who the fuck? Now you got me thinking. Where did what? Well, I know Goku Black Rose. Yeah, I have to think about it for a second. I'm like, where the fuck is there Black Rose in Dragon Ball?
You literally used the
Hey, shush,
fucking
yes.
picture. You don't even know your own origin story. That's crazy. You don't even know where you get
I
your name
know
from.
my origin story. I told you my origin story. I just
It's like
forgot I just forgot about Goku Black for a second.
yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know,
It's
man.
not from Dragon Ball. It's from Dot Hack, but that is a nice coincidence that I didn't notice until now.
Till now, you literally
Yes.
used the fucking picture on every platform. Well, you
Yeah.
used to,
Yeah.
and then you changed it. But you
Yeah, but
forgot.
that's because Goku Black was my favorite character.
Man, you making this hard.
Very
Anyway,
nice coincidence. Very nice coincidence.
I mean, it's a clever name. I'll give you that. But now you're gonna have to add Rose at the end of the name. Put a little
I'm gonna have to add the
apostrophe.
I'm gonna have to a little that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah,
Put the little fancy motherfucker on there.
exactly. Now so you can make it different. Um, so tell the world what kind of games are you into.
Well, I used to play whatever I thought was interesting, but I realized that certain games I like to just play by myself.
Uh-huh.
So I've gravitated more towards like endless style games that I can just keep playing, and like I can play it by myself if I want, and I could come back to stream or whatever, and it wouldn't feel like you missed much, if that makes sense. Like I can play like Master Duel, and then play that by myself, and then come back like a week later and play it again, and it won't feel like you missed anything. Or like I started playing Rogue Legacy recently. You can I mean, you could say that you could feel like you missed out on content, especially if I go to like a new area or something. But it's still that fact that whether I win or lose, it doesn't feel like you missed anything with me playing it by myself. So if you like missed the stream or so on and so forth.
Mm.
I still plan on playing like my story based games now and again, but I think just that endlessly repeatable content is more what I like playing, so I could just focus on talking to the chat and everything.
Mm. But has that been successful for you?
More successful than what I was doing before. Because I was just playing whatever I felt like playing, but now I think like trying to get myself into like a niche would do me better.
That makes sense. Now you try to do more stuff instead of just playing remote or repeatable games. Have you tried to keep it up where you would give yourself a challenge, maybe a challenge every time you stream, so that it will make it a little slightly different than just repeatedly playing the same game? So I don't know
I'm,
if you play Yu-Gi-Oh, just have uh, a specific deck, something just make it a little different, just to add to the title, just to make it, or
I'm,
even
I, I've been thinking about doing something like that. I won't lie, but you also know one of my main things is I like playing games on the hardest difficulty just because I think that's more interesting to watch me struggle, as long as I'm not struggling too much. But that's one of the, you know what I'm saying. It's fun to watch someone struggle at a video game, so I play games on the hardest difficulty.
right. I mean, depending on the person, I do agree. Some people make it funny. Some people they just die.
Yeah.
They just die.
So I feel that I
I
don't.
feel like
I
I feel like
mean,
the perfect energy is somewhere in the middle, just like struggling a lot and being funny about it.
yep, exactly. You can't be great at all games. I mean, you could try, but it is what it is. Appreciate y'all for coming through again. Make sure y'all drop a question in the question box at the bottom where the question mark and the speech bubble or message bubble is. Appreciate y'all again for coming through. I'll be seeing y'all comments. All right. Since for some reason you don't like any type of games, I'm kidding. I we're gonna say that your favorite game is not a specific endless game. So what would the top three video games for you be?
Honey Pot 1 and 2. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um.
Nigga, what? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm trying to think. I gotta say Master Duel. I spent too much time in the Master Duel for it to not be one of my top 100s. Top three. That's what I meant. Um. I like Hitman. I've been playing a lot of Hitman lately. That's currently one of my more
they talk
favorite
about
games
recent. We talk
recently.
about top favorite of
Oh,
all
of
time.
all time.
Yes.
Oh, if it's not recent, if it's all time, that's easy. Kingdom Hearts, Dot Hack, Half Minute Hero. Yeah, those three games.
Really put You really putting Half Minute Hero up there in that pedestal. Now, why are
Yes,
you doing that?
I love that game. I took so much time into that shit. I stopped playing it on stream because I realized no one was interested in watching that. But trust me, I love that game.
I mean, it's I don't I didn't understand it, but I got the concept of it, and I only say I didn't understand it because everybody's different. You know, everybody's games that
Hmm.
they like to play is different. That's why I stopped. I haven't played uh other side on stream. It's just not the type of game that is streamable for me. And you're going to find a lot of games are unstreamable or not unstreamable, but just not as interesting as it would be if you would just play it by yourself. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and it's good to have that niche to be able to play endless types of games, but also it helps to just diversify what you're doing with those types of games to make your content different. Besides you, obviously, making it different so that when you go live, everybody has something to anticipate. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So always trying to add that little spice to it. I mean, we already knew Kingdom Hearts and that hat was going to be it from the whole name situation, sort of, kind of, because it could be Dot Hack or Dragon Ball, but you don't know your origin story.
I know
So,
my origin story.
we're just gonna go with that. That might be Dot Hack or Dragon Ball. Um,
If I were to
I
pick
have
two
not.
games, on those two because those two are obvious, I'd probably say what was that game called? Genji. I don't know if you ever played Genji. Have you ever played Genji?
No,
It's this
I
old
would
it's
know
this
that.
old PlayStation 2 game where like you play as a samurai and he has like whenever he counters a move, he has the ability to slow down time and you go up against like demons and other samurai and gods just like beating their ass because you can slow down time. And for some reason, the gods can't handle that.
No, I've never heard of it.
And it's like kind of like Inuyasha, where like your power comes from like a crystal, and other people have parts of that crystal, so you have to like go around collecting all of it.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know nothing about Inuyasha. Don't judge me. I watched Inuyasha like a couple of times, but for the entire time, all I know is kill me. That's it. That's it. That's all I heard.
That's
That's the
the entire
entire.
series.
That's the
That's the
entire
entire
series.
series.
That's all I heard. Kill me, kill me. Like I'm good. Can I go home? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, um, well, so when are we playing Kingdom Hearts 3 on stream?
Never. I hate that game. You hate
Nah,
that game with how much time you sunk into it? Yes. I 100% at the base game and 100% at the DLC, but I still hate that game.
uh, what about Dot Hack?
That's as much as I would love to. I don't think that's a game I can stream because I don't. The games I have too much nostalgia for. I like to just like think back on my childhood and like I'm in my head a lot, so I don't talk as much because I tried to play games that I loved from my childhood before, and I'm just like trying to sit back and enjoy it instead of like keeping the audience entertained. So I might try in the future, but like for now, I don't think I can. I need to get more used to streaming first
Mm.
and like being able
Uh,
to voice my internal monologue.
I feel like, and I learned this from a video I watched the other day, is that when you streaming and you enjoy whatever you're streaming, it brings out a lot for your content because you know a lot about it. Because to learn about the game you're playing helps to be able to keep your chat going based off of knowing a lot about the game. Who made it,
Mm-hmm.
when it was made, the voice actors, all the programming that went into it, what type of programs, that went into it, whatever. And it just helps to be able to allow you to talk to your community more about it and they can see how much you actually enjoy the game. And, you know, that would help, especially if it's something that you enjoy. If you're somebody that really enjoyed the game enough to be able to dive down into those types of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so having nostalgia for a game and loving a game and knowing that about the game, whatever it is, can propel your content further than anybody else playing that specific game. I couldn't do it for me specifically because I don't give a fuck. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, I'm not that type of person. You may be that type of person. You know what I'm saying? You can sit
I'd have to
here
try and see.
and do that type of stuff, because, we'll talk about that when I get to that part. Um, so what made you want to start your content creation journey?
Hmm. Then I was about to say that's a complicated answer, but it's not. It's not. I I've told a bunch of people I want to be a writer, which means I need to have a way to make money at home so I can spend more time actually doing my writing. And streaming was already a thing that I wanted to do because I like playing video games. And I feel like a lot of people feel this way. Like they're like, I play video games a lot. Why don't I just try to make money off that? But I play a lot of video games. I was like, I can be entertaining. Let me try this like streaming thing. And after doing it, I realized I just like the sense of community you can get from like playing your games, talking to people, cracking jokes, making your in jokes that only people who watch you can get. And just I really like that feeling of creating a community that people feel at home to just be themselves as long as they aren't too crazy about it.
Mhm.
But like it's one half I want to be able to have a way to make money at home doing what I like so that I can also do what I like by writing more. And then another half I just like creating that community and playing my games and making coming up with jokes on the fly and all that.
Mm.
It's just like the
Okay,
two halves of a thing.
I get that. I mean, now my thing is, I know you more personally than most people. I feel like, especially on stream, so I try to not ask questions that people have no idea about anything, and
Come on, hey,
um,
ask your questions, boy.
no, that can wait. I will get to that whenever I get to that, when I have a reason to. But with content and making money and all this other stuff, I think if you find yourself going into content creation for just money, and then that's it, you're not gonna enjoy it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But if you are able to find that love for the community and be able to make your community make something out of itself and having people follow you and all this other stuff, you're not sitting there like, hey, give me fucking money so while I stream, I can pay these bills or whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, at least at the moment, because some people probably do that now, um, then you're definitely 100 times better than a lot of people. Because community, and I say it every interview whenever we talk about community, is always important. That is the base. That is the foundation of your stream. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? If you don't have community, you're basically I don't want to say a YouTuber with no views, but like you just another uh person on the stream doing nothing. I guess.
Hmm.
And nobody wants that. So when I guess I ask that question later. Never mind. Anyways, at least you started. That's what's important. So, who is your top content creators, and how have they inspired your content in any way? And a lot of people ask to answer this question. You can do top three content creators, but a lot of people get asked this question, but they don't always tell me how their content is inspired by those people. So I'm gonna start reiterating that question from now on. And you're the first one.
Hmm.
Reiterating again, how have they inspired your content? But who are the top three content creators?
Okay. My first answer. My first answer might come as like a left hook out of left field, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's you, my
Mm-hmm.
boy. You one of my. You one of my inspiring content creators because I like seeing how you do things, and I make me think about how I want to do things. Like watching you play retro game made me realize how much I wanted to go back and play like older retro games. I like, uh, and I'm trying to not make it sound like I'm just stealing your shit. That's why I'm taking a second to answer. Because I'm not stealing your shit. I'm just like, I like the vibe that you have,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to think a way to have a similar vibe without it just feeling like we both doing the same thing.
I get that. I'm tired of being compared, but it's cool. I appreciate that. But yeah, continue.
And then, but I like the nerdy black person vibe, and I'm trying to cut my piece of the pie. But other than that, there's this one YouTuber who's now a streamer. He wasn't originally named Scott Falco, and his sense of humor is most close to how I'm trying to be on stream. We have like a very dry sense of humor,
Mm-hmm.
and he's very knowledgeable about the games he plays, and he can like talk a lot about like his childhood memories of the game and like how what how that somehow tied into him inspiring him to be the content creator he is.
Right.
And I want to be able to talk more about like my inspirations and how certain games have made me into the person I am, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say my third one because my third one got canceled, and I don't want to get canceled.
You can say your third one. You're not gonna get
I'll say it
canceled.
anyway. I'll say it anyways. I'll say it anyways. I don't care. One of my favorite YouTubers of all time was this creator named Cryotic. He got
Okay.
canceled. He's not around anymore. He did some bad things,
Mm.
but he had a very nice community where there would be conversations in chat that are completely independent of what he's talking about, and people were just like making friends with each other and all that other stuff. And I liked the energy the chat had, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because imagine just watching people make friends and stuff in your chat.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't have made friends otherwise. I mean, this was before all the bullshit that he did happened that I'm not going to talk about. But if you're curious, I'm sure you can look up his name and see what he did. But
Right.
just that sense of community that I hope to one day make myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure a lot of creators feel that way. A lot of creators would love to just have their community be so tight knit.
Right.
But those are my top three creators. Those are my top three creators.
Right. Well, first off, thank you. I appreciate that, my boy. I don't see as myself as an inspirational in person. I think I try to help people if I can, whenever I can, however I can, but I don't sit there and be like, hey, I'm your inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe that I have put myself or become something that deserved that, I suppose.
I understand
But
what you're saying.
I do think that in all instances, uh, you can be inspired for one from this person that you're talking about. Don't know who they are. Um, you could be inspired by that. But a lot of people have those types of communities, even on Twitch, and I I know for a fact that that is something that I wish as well. But I don't want to push it, you know, and it not be as organic as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I first started streaming, I wanted that. I still do, but I didn't have the ability. I couldn't just be like, "Oh, everybody make friends. What y'all doing over here? Y'all just sit here."
Yeah, it gotta come naturally, else it doesn't feel right.
And it's very difficult. I tried to, when somebody came into the room, I'll say, hey, everybody say hi to such and so and so. Hey, everybody say something hi to this person for this person. But it got very tiring after a while.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually it just happened naturally because a lot of people, I know or that cuss in my chat already know the people that say my chat. And if they don't, some people still able to say hi. And that's good. I don't like bad blood. I have my own personal shit with that whole types of situation. I don't like walking into a stream and feeling left out, no matter who it is. Um,
Oh.
but I think it also happens to be that you have to have, for like the second one with the humor, it goes back to what I said before about having that knowledge about big games and being able to explain shit and learning that. So that's cool. That I was basically talking about this person. Um, and, you know, and I don't remember who I said it to, but I say it all the time. Everybody's humor is different. Everybody's, what they
Mm-hmm.
like, what they enjoy is different. So to find those types of people can be hard. You know, it really depends on the type of person or type of humor you're trying to go for, because not everybody can handle that. Dry humor,
Yeah.
you know, extra super horny humor. Um, you know, I'm snitching on you, Black Gold Roger. I went into Black Gold Roger's stream last night, and he had a whole pinned comment that was like, it smelled like back shots in here, and I'm like, he said, it smelled like back shot wind. I'm like, what's back shot wind? What are y'all talking about? And I'm not gonna go through that whole story, but you know, when the chat goes off and goes wild, and they start inspiring, you know, not inspiring, but they start talking to each other and all this other stuff, like you said,
Mhm.
it's grateful for your community because they feel like they can come here and have fun, and that's something that you need. You know what I'm saying? Mm. As a creator, organic, that type of organic interactions that isn't forced. That way,
Mhm.
people can want to come to your stream. But yeah, a lot of people, I feel like if you're not looking for that, then you're not trying to stream. you know, um, but I think a lot of people want that type of interaction in all sorts of places for streaming wise. Um, okay, what is your goals for this year in terms of content creation?
Well, my goals for this year are to reach my goal for last year, which was reach 100 subscribers on Twitch. Not subscribers, followers, that one. And then I'm actually gonna start focusing more on my YouTube over my Twitch, at least for a little bit. I want to get the ball rolling and then see if I can like find a balance between the two. But for now, I want to get the ball rolling on my Twitch channel, not Twitch channel, other one, YouTube channel, because I've been procrastinating on it. So hopefully, by focusing more on that, I will actually get stuff done, and then I can find a nice balance between the two after I focus on that.
Okay.
Because I've had like plans and stuff and for my channel that I just haven't put out yet because I get home from work and I'm too tired to do such thing. And that on my days off, I do all the stuff I've been putting off because of work. And then I come home and I'm like, shit, there's no time to do anything. But you got to make time. That's the problem.
Yep.
But I'm working on it. I'm trying to find a nice balance between everything.
Yeah. That's all you can do. Streaming is much easier than YouTube because all it does is require you to turn on the game and turn on the stream and then keep it moving. Um,
Hmm.
I'm sure you'll reach 100 followers. I think, and I say this to everybody, you know, if you're not reaching your goals, figure out what you aren't doing that other people are doing, I suppose, and see where you can go from there. Even the things that you may not like to do, you know what I'm saying? A lot of, or
Hmm.
unable to do. And I know I say this a lot, but a lot of people need to start posting clips on TikTok, on Instagram. Y'all know who y'all is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody grows differently, but at least have more of your content in more places so that more people can reach you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So doing Twitch,
that's why I'm
all the
starting
ones
my
that-
YouTube channel and everything because I understand that it's important to like have your content in multiple places.
right.
But it's all trying to find the time to edit those videos and record those videos that I'm trying to find currently, and that's my goal for this year to like get that ball rolling.
Right. I meant to say YouTube, but you know that's why doing YouTube is also, as you said, is important so that you can grow that community that you want to see on Twitch or both,
Hmm.
really, um, because I don't remember when I reached 100 followers. I don't remember how I reached 100 followers. But I was definitely pushing my content, and I don't have time. We both
Mhm.
don't have time. It's a lot of it's a lot of a balance game, but that's why I do a lot of everything that I do when I post shit. That's why I do it on the go. You just gotta find out what works for you because this content thing isn't easy and it isn't going to get easier unless you got $1 million or something people in the back pocket to do editing for you. As I was talking to with Jason, with these YouTubers who be putting out content every single day, have it, excuse me, all these editors and stuff that all they gotta do is record, send that
All they
shit,
gotta do is
get
record,
that shit
send that
back.
to whoever, and
Exactly.
you
And
know,
relax. We don't got that luxury. We broke. We black.
maybe one day.
Mostly broke. We mostly broke, but still. Um and and yeah. No, you can reach 100 followers. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Make sure y'all give the man 100 followers. If you're not following SoraBlackrose on Twitch, do it today. Make it. Make him help him reach his
Make it
goal.
happen right now.
Not with that attitude. Ah, fuck. My bad. But no. Shit. I,
Don't hurt yourself any more than you already did, my boy.
I'll be fine. Just make sure that you just do what you can do as much as you can. That's all.
Yeah.
But with everything. But you'll reach your goal. I think the YouTube thing will work out. You got plenty of people that that's doing YouTube or and
Yeah, yeah,
whatnot.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mhm.
and when you do start that, like I said, you got people there that literally work too. We all working. I don't think there's many of us, if any of us, that have went full on into specifically content creation. We all working 9 to 5s.
Hopefully
You know what
one
I'm
day.
saying? So yeah, hopefully. Welcome on in, everybody. I appreciate y'all for sliding on through. If you have a question for Sora, please do drop it to the right side and ask him a question. What's good, Francis? How you
Nothing
doing?
too
Thank you for
crazy
dropping by.
now. We gotta keep it PG-13.
What he said, I guess. I'm pretty sure you got people on IG Live shaking their ass right now. We'll be fine.
I mean, you're
Anyways,
right.
anyways, oh, make sure y'all follow Sora. That's all I said. Again, and thank y'all for coming in. What about content creation has been the most positive, and what has been the most negative for you so far?
Um, well, the positive is just meeting like-minded people. Seeing other people's communities, watching other people grow that you know.
Mm-hmm.
It just, there's just something magical about watching other people do their thing, and you know them. You're like, hey, yeah, that's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go. Or other.
Right.
Um, but I like watching other people grow and watching the communities and how they like interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's my positive. I was trying to think if there's like anything extra I could add to that, but that's all that's coming to mind. And then like negatives, being being consistent because I'm not good at it.
Mm.
It just what am I trying to say? It's the mostly the negative is the lack of energy for me because I just like I said, I come home from work. I don't want to stream for like 2, 3 hours, but I realize I got to if I want that growth. It's
Mm.
just like trying to muster up the energy to do it. But then you can't just do it. You also have to muster up the energy to do it and be entertaining while doing it.
Mm.
Because if you aren't entertaining while doing it, people will come in, watch your stream, and be like, oh, huh. Anyways, on to the next person.
Mm.
They're just trying to have the energy to do all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes down to time management. It all comes down to time management and like lack of energy. So that's just my negative. Trying to fit it into my schedule so that I can have enough time to do what needs to be done,
Mm-hmm.
and hoping that changes in the future.
Mm.
Is that type of answer you looking for with negatives?
I mean, it's your
Or
negative. It's your negative towards content creation. It's not. I mean, everybody else negative has been different. Some people same. It's whatever you believe is negative. Um,
mm,
you know, we all love people. We all love seeing each other grow, especially with OnlyFans. And as you said, we do enjoy that growth for each other, and it is inspiring to see it, to also be able to do it ourselves at the end of the day. That's the goal.
100%.
So it's always great to see people grow community wise and grow our own communities. But when it comes to, again, to time management and all this other stuff, as you said, it's hard. But you as I always say, if you could if you have time to play games by yourself, you have time to play games on stream.
Hmm.
But sometimes you just don't want to do it. I have all those times all the time, but if you could set yourself a schedule, I got lucky enough to be able to know my schedule 2 weeks out now, and this is why my interviews are the way it is, because I am able to say, hey, such and such and so and so, I know I have these types of hours now. I know what it's going to be 2 weeks from now, so I can schedule in there. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's
Hmm.
schedule is the same. Hence why you took so fucking long, because I wanted to fit everybody else that I knew I couldn't fit in yet to do it. God damn it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's a awfully convenient lie there, friend.
Yeah, you know what I said. Anyways, when it comes down to that whole time management thing, it's just whether or not you can. You don't have to stream for 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Um, Sometimes you could just stream for 2 or 1 hour. I mean, my stream yesterday was a
Hmm.
whole hour, but that was also full of a lot of crap. So I ain't had time for all that.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
but even an hour is fine. You could stream for an hour and get shit ton of views. I'm sure. It depend whoever you are, depending on who you are. Depending on if anybody coming through. But the goal is to stream and put content on the board, put content onto the channel. You know what I'm saying? Um, I I don't really I don't really have much there. I can't really say how to make it different for yourself, because you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
Hmm.
um, at the end of the day, you are the only person that has control of your time management. You know what I'm saying? Um, Again, welcome in everybody. Appreciate y'all. Um, yeah, because I get it. I know how that is. That's all I can say about that. I know how it is. But hopefully it get easier for you.
Yeah. Hopefully, finger crossed. That's all we can do.
Yeah, 7 questions so far. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'll look at it in a minute. Um, we already technically answered this question, but we're going to ask again. What other hobbies and interests do you have outside of Twitch?
Well, yeah, as you said, before we answered that, I was talking about how I like to write. I like to play we're gonna say fantasy stories. I don't want to make me sound like too much of a nerd, but we'll just say fantasy stories. And
I'm obsessed.
I was, other than that, I collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then I resell them because Yu-Gi-Oh cards you can make a lot of money off of that.
Hmm.
Like just as an example, I have this one card right here. Apparently, this card's worth like I almost dropped it. That would have been terrible. This card right here worth like $70. It's like I can't show it. I'd have to send pictures, but it's got like Egyptian symbols in the background, and it's like apparently that makes it worth $70.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, just doing a lot of writing. Yeah.
If y'all have a question, there's a bubble to the right with a question mark and a message bubble for questions. Henceforth, why I continuously say, use that button. Thank you. Continue.
Y'all see how Mac feel about his question bubbles?
Continue.
Uh, what was I saying? I'm talking about. I already said whatever I said about my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I forget what I was saying. we can go on to other things. I already said most of what I was trying to say.
Right. Now, why are you not implementing these interests into your stream? Every time I talk to y'all, and I say y'all, I say interviewees about your interests is always an effort to make you put the things that you enjoy into your stream.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, if it's something you enjoy outside of stream, you can enjoy it during your stream. So, writing, doing Yu-Gi-Oh cards, playing those extracurricular games on Blur
Yeah, I was
mode.
on. I was. What I was gonna say is, yeah, I was thinking about starting to do. I realize a lot of people in the Yu-Gi-Oh sphere, like they open their packs on stream and like show people all the cards they got, and then they could be like, look, this one's a good one. Look at it.
Yep.
But so I've been thinking I might start doing that outside of just playing Master Duel, which is what I already do for my Yu-Gi-Oh half of the stuff. And then I've seen people do writing streams before where they like write all on stream, but I don't think I could keep that entertaining. That's the reason I haven't done that one yet. Maybe I could. Maybe I'm just thinking I can't, and there's no way to know until I try. But I'll throw that on the back burner. We'll see what happens in the future.
Well, when it comes down to Yu-Gi-Oh specifically, the way I would do it doesn't necessarily mean you would have to do it. Is being able to play the game, play Master Duel, but after a couple of duels, you'll say, may the cards allow me to gain something out of this pack, whatever. You open the pack on stream and you reveal it to the world, whatever. You look down the prices and all this other stuff. Implementing Master Duel in the card game, the actual cards in the game outside of that. And, it doesn't have to be a full stream where you're just completely just opening cards the entire time. Not everybody can do that, but combining those two together. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
But I am not you. You're not me. We don't have the same beard. We don't have the same glasses. We don't sound the same. All these things that are not the same. It's just saying we're not the same. But that's what I would do. In terms of writing, you don't have to write. You could do something that's similar to what is those story things called where you fill in the bubbles?
Mad Libs?
There you go. Something like Mad Libs. You get inspiration from your from your chat. You ask them, hey, What can I do with this, and that? And you write a short story every stream, and then you reveal it to the world. It will be sort of like Mad Libs, but it'd be your own twist on it. You know what I'm saying? You ask everybody, what could the character name be? Whatever, what will their powers be? Depending on the type of story, it's like, oh, I want to write a short horror story today. Whatever it is, implementing your writing talent into that to create stories you can have by the end of the stream. And depending on how long the stream is, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You tell people, hey, look, I'm gonna reveal the short story, or I'll do it on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. But you can do it at the end of the stream. Doesn't fucking matter. You can
Yeah.
read it to the end of the stream, whatever it is. It could be a funny story, whatever it is. Implementing it so that your stream, the people in your stream, feel uh, I forgot the word I'm looking for. Feel connected, feel wanted, whatever. They're a part of the stream. And
Yeah.
that's another thing to do. 10 questions? I better not see no wild ass questions that don't make no fucking sense. I swear to God. I
You
haven't even
know it's about to be
looked
some
at y'all
wild
question
shit.
yet. But I'm not going to answer all those fucking questions. But we going to see what y'all asking. No worries. Continue asking questions. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad that y'all learning. I'm just saying. I reserve the right not to answer those questions. Um, what is your unique quality to your content? What makes your stream unique?
Honestly, I don't know. I won't lie. Like
That's
my
fine.
sense. I like to say I like to think that my sense of humor is like my more unique thing, but there's a ton of people that tell just make weird, dirty jokes while they playing video games. And other than that, I believe my unique thing is more like this my choices of games. Because yeah, every now and again I'll play like a game that a bunch of other people will be playing because it's popular right now, which is why I want to play it. I see other people playing it. I'm like, that game looks interesting, so I decide to play it myself. But other than that, I choose like I was saying, a lot of like endless style games or like indie games that aren't really popular because I like was scrolling through the store and I was like, that game looks interesting and it's dirt cheap. Why don't I play that? I would like to say more of my choices in games than my choices of game than my sense of humor. If I had to pick two things that I think make me unique, and
Okay.
I'm gonna start picking more unique choices in games because I have uh, over 800 games, so I could definitely pick more interesting ones than the ones I've been picking.
Well, as you said, you decided to go down to a specific niche of endless games. Um, so that's what it is. Appreciate y'all asking questions, and I'm not going to answer all those questions if they're what I think they are, but we will get there.
How
Um,
big that dick, boy?
we have 3 questions left, so we're on time, but we're kind of early. So I'm gonna ask this third question, and then I'm gonna look at the 12 questions that they ask and see if they actually matter in terms of questions. So, excuse me. What would you tell someone who wants to start content creating?
One more time, can you repeat that?
What would you want? What would you tell someone who wants to start content creation?
What would you tell someone who wants to start content creation? Honestly, don't worry about succeeding at first. Just worry about like finding what you want to do and like work on like getting your ability to talk to yourself up. Because I won't lie to you, the first year, 2 years, maybe 3 years, you probably won't get that much in like viewership. it's a grind, and anyone who gets a lot of viewership in their first 2 years, they're just lucky, you know.
Right.
Uh, so just focus on being able to get your sense of humor out, just being able to talk to yourself for like long periods of time, finding out what you want to play, and then like making it so that you can repeat that content over and over again while like polishing it. You know, polishing your newly acquired skill set.
Right.
Because, like I said, apparently I've seen a statistic that said that only like 2% of everyone that actually stream on Twitch gets over 3 viewers in their stream. There's like over 2 or 3 viewers in their stream. So if you already have 1 or 2 viewers, you have more than 98% of the rest of Twitch. So honestly, you just gotta get used to that talking to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used to watch this YouTuber. I don't watch him anymore, just because he plays a style of game now that I'm not interested in compared to what he played before. But he gave me a good piece of advice that I want to start doing. But he said, once again, you're not gonna get that much viewership at first. So what you should do is get your ability to talk up, and then turn those Twitch streams into YouTube videos. So you're already talking to yourself, you're already making them jokes, you've already gotten like the rhythm of it all down, and now you're taking that content, you're cutting it up, you're editing it, and you're uploading it to your YouTube channel, and then your YouTube channel and your Twitch channel will bring in audience over time.
Mm-hmm.
But this was all he also said that like before TikTok was a thing. So like now you could go even further and like take your clips and post it on TikTok. But like the idea is that all the content you're making can be cut up and put elsewhere. So like put it as many places as you can, because the more places you put it, the more people are gonna see your stuff, and the more chances you'll have to grow an audience. And he said this a long time ago, back before this was like a popular thing to say over and over again. But just that him saying that has always stuck with me. Just get used to just doing your content and then offload that to other websites so that you can get grow your audience that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the advice I would give to people, just to get used to the back and forth by yourself, because 9 times out of 10, unless you're streaming with a friend, you aren't going to be able to have that back and forth with someone. So just a back and forth by yourself. Maybe if you can't think of anything to talk about, then like make bullet points for yourself. Because that's what I've started doing. I have like, when I'll be playing my game on one screen, and then I'll have like small little bullet points for like what to talk about, because I will eventually just run out of steam talking by myself. So then I can look over and be like, okay, I'm out of things to talk about. I could talk about that. And then I'll just keep going.
Right.
But that's the advice I'll have. Be ready for when you eventually run out of stuff to talk about, because you will. And then just get used to talking to yourself and all the other stuff I just said.
Right. For those who are on my dick about the questions, do ask questions in the question box and use it, please. I'll think about asking a question. But I also did see that same I did see the same thing, because like, you know, you don't get a lot of viewership, but just being over a certain amount of viewers even the tiniest bit is more than enough. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the rest of Twitch. And, you know, a lot of majority of people I follow is always over 10. Sometimes they have 7, sometimes they have 6. It's really various things. But, you know, if you look at, like, even for me, because I've been I've been compelling myself to look more at movie night. Whenever movie nights uh the thing about movie nights, you know, the category on Twitch, because obviously that's something I do, so I want to start being better at it, better than the person who's at the top at it.
Mm.
Um, and a lot of people don't get a lot of views, and it really depends on the person. You know what I'm saying, or what they're
Yeah,
watching.
100% depends
Everybody's
on the
going to come
person.
to that type of thing, because you're literally spending hours and hours watching whatever it is, um, whatever it could be. And some people are already stuck with a certain person, an individual. They may not want to travel anywhere else. It's the same way as, you know, as a streamer with a viewer. You know, not every viewer is willing to, you know, go to somebody else. But sometimes they might, you know what I'm saying? And they'll find you, and they'll stick with you, and they'll stick with them too, or they'll just stick with you more,
Hmm.
depending on what it is. You know, it Twitch is a very finicky
Very
thing.
volatile. Yeah, very volatile.
Um, But yeah, that's what it is. But we're on time again. Still early, but I'm gonna ask these questions that these people have left, and we're gonna see. And then add the third one. 13 questions. That's crazy. We're gonna see this stop at the bottom. Duck asks, "Are you planning on doing a 12-hour stream soon?"
Um, I meant to do one for my birthday, but then things happened, and I couldn't do it how I wanted to. I might make up for that soon. I might not. I'm not sure yet. But other than that, I'm gonna save like the longer streams for like special occasions. Like if I hit a goal or something. So that wholly depends on whether or not I hit my goals as much as I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Because like outside of doing the only other time I want to do longer like 12-hour, 24-hour stream would probably be when everyone else does it, which is during September when they give you the 50% off subs or however much it is. So like for now, I will say probably sometime in September when they start doing the sub sale. Other than that, whenever I hit my goals,
All right,
that
you
makes
heard him,
sense,
Duck.
right?
Yeah, yeah, we understand. You heard him, Duck. Duck has another question. Not answering that question though. That's getting deleted. Ask another question. She said, "What is your beard routine?"
My beard routine. Um, I have a can of beard cream that I put in my beard. I don't know where it is currently because I don't remember where I put it after I used it 2 days ago. But I put the beard cream in my beard. Um, then uh, I let it dry. You're supposed to wash your stuff out, but I realize I get better results if I just leave it in.
Mm-hmm.
And then other than that, I have just Jamaican castor oil. That's good for hair growth, and I use that in my beard too, and that helps. But other than that, that's all I really do. I just put that stuff in like 3 times a week,
Mm-hmm.
and other than that, I just let it go. And like occasionally, I'll like line it up,
I feel it.
and that's all you really need to do. Is you just need to take care of it. You don't need to do anything super fancy with it.
Mm-hmm. Are you happy, Duck? You growing a beard, I guess. Anyways, Duck again asks, "Are you
Yeah,
planning to
she's
play
got
any
probably all 10
shitty
of the
gummy?
questions.
you played any Shinigami Tensei games?
I played. Which one was it? I played 5. I played the one on the Switch.
Are you planning
And
to play any? Orange
oh, am
Straight.
I planning to play any? Um, I might finish 5 because I never finished 5. I made it like halfway through the game, and I just got bored of it because I won't lie to you. It's a pure RPG, like a straight RPG. Nothing special about it other than the story. So like, I can't play those for a long time anymore because
Welcome to being
it
old,
gets
nigga.
yeah, it's just getting old. I'd rather play shorter games than longer games nowadays. I haven't touched. Last time I touched an open world RPG was that game that should not be named, that Wizard game, as they call it on Twitter. But I didn't even finish that game. I won't lie. I kind of got tired of that too. But it's just I prefer my shorter games. But back to the question, I might play Digital Devil Saga because I want to get back into that game. I played it when I was younger and then never finished it, but it's always stuck in the back of my head. So I might finally sit down and finish that. It's basically Shin Megami Tensei, but The Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
But I might play that. I've been looking at Soul Hackers because the second one came out, but I would want to play the first one first
Mm-hmm.
because I like playing games in order, even if they aren't connected. And then, God, what's that game? There's a game that's not a Shin Megami Tensei game, but it's made by the same team, and it came out like a year or two ago. And it's like basically just Persona, but without the dating elements. It's like the Persona story, but not the Persona dating elements.
I
I don't remember it right now. It's not coming to mind, but the music was hot, and I listen to that soundtrack every now and again, so I want to go play it.
mm-hmm.
But other than that, just like to summarize it all, might go back to Shin Megami Tensei 5, might play Digital Devil Saga, and then might play that one game whose name I don't remember. But I know I have it on my wish list, so I could just like go through my wish list and find it.
All right. He said
And then
maybe.
that's
That,
it.
that was it. He said maybe.
Maybe.
He said maybe. That was the answer to his question. Anyways,
What, you said we were early for everything, so I'm giving longer answers.
shut your ass up! I asked you no questions. That's dumb. Anyways, um, questions. Okay, Gemax. That is, since you have been doing YouTube, where's the link at?
It's in my profile. It's on my Instagram profile. If you go to my profile,
Go to profile.
there's a what's it called? Link tree. All
Get
my
that link
links.
tree.
One of those things. You click on it,
Yep.
and you'll see my YouTube right there.
Yep. Use your damn eyes, Gamma. Anyways,
And all my other social media also right there.
we got link trees for no reason. Do your research if y'all care. Anyways, DJ asks, do you have any big content creation plans for the year?
Huh.
Which is technically
Actually,
my next question, but since he already asked that question, we're going to combine that together with, do you have any future or current projects that you would like to share? That's my question. but this is his question. So we're combining that question together, I guess. We're going to take my question first. Well, they're the same question.
Yeah,
Proceed.
yeah, same question. I plan on trying. I plan on making I'm not sure how to describe this, but I plan on making like trailers and describing the video games I want to make.
Reviews?
But
Well, not reviews. You say games that you
it's
want to
like
make.
I would make like a fake trailer and then like a video describing like the type of game I want it to be. Not planning to make the game at all, but just to get the idea out there. So maybe if it's popular, I can either gather some money together to get it made, or like have someone else make it. Because I have ideas for video game, but I don't got the patience to sit down and code. Because that is the worst. I hate coding so much. I learned it back in high school, and I took classes for it in college, and it's just so much.
Yeah.
But just I plan on at least putting my ideas out there. Yeah, as Kev Almighty said, just concepting the games so that people could look at that and be like, "Oh, that'd be an interesting game to play. Maybe I'll give them a little bit of money and help them make it or something."
Right.
Or just someone would be like, "Hey, we thought that was an interesting idea. You mind if we make it?"
Mm-hmm.
Just getting those ideas out there and seeing what people think of it. I plan on doing that, and then other than that, focusing on my YouTube channel more. That's my next big. That's my next big play.
Okay. While we're on the subject of Kev asks, do you still make music?
No, I won't lie. It's such a process. I still dabble. I still every now and again I'll boot up FL Studios because I paid $300 for it. I damn well better boot it up every now and again. But I know what you're thinking, Mac.
That's a lot of money.
It is, and I know there are places I could pay marginally less money for that.
Yeah.
But I thought I was going to take it more seriously, so I finally bit the bullet and bought it. And then I didn't.
Well,
But I haven't been. It's on my goal. It's on my list of things I want to bring back. But there's a tier to the list, and YouTube comes first.
right. If you're asking questions late, no one's asking them. Sorry, you're too late. I'm already asking questions. Anyways, ABG or Fo asks, have you ever made fan fictions or something similar to that?
Yeah. I wrote a lot back when I was a teenager with my first laptop. Nothing too crazy. Just like, what would happen if this fight went a different way? What if these characters met I never met in the series? You know, stuff like that. Nerd shit. Because that's pretty much what started my love for writing. I would just sit down, watch, what's a good example? Watch like OG Dragon Ball and then watch Dragon Ball Z. You can clearly tell that there's a difference between
Looks like Goku Kamehameha his ass off the stream. Okay. Well, until he comes back, whenever he comes back, if he comes back, that man's internet was struggling. Um, Uh, well, he gone. Uh, I, I really don't know what to say here. Anybody else try to fill his place while we wait for him to return? If his phone died, that's a lot. Welcome in, Q. Thank you for joining in. Appreciate everybody for coming in. Work was fine. Work was normal. Um, I don't really know what to do now. I'm gonna answer his questions for him. All right, Ja said, if money wasn't an object, what would you buy? Well, Ja, I would get 6 big booty hoes, a PlayStation 5, 2 Lexuses. Uh oh, never mind. Never mind. He back.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry about that.
Welcome back. You good? You good now?
Yeah, what happened was I got a phone call and it fucked everything up, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense. Not you asking questions
But
without the questions in.
all I said was, um, back in the day, I wrote a fanfic about Goku going Super Saiyan back in like OG Dragon Ball. Just to give an example of something I wrote when I was younger, because it was obvious that those two things were not planned at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just took that and dropped it where it would go naturally in the story, and I wrote like a little bit of it, not a lot,
Mm.
but like I just wrote random shit like that. Like
Okay.
how would the fight between Naruto and Neji go differently if like Naruto went 9 tails Zen instead of with Sasuke, random shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that basically to cap it off. Yeah, I wrote fanfic. I wrote a lot as a kid, random shit, never too long, and then I never really picked it back up. But I kind of want to, but at the same time I don't, because I'd rather write like my actual stuff.
Mm-hmm. If you would start that. Anyways, Ja asked, would you ever shave your beard?
I actually whoops. Um, that is something that I do. I I hope you heard my previous answer to that question.
No.
I do shave it like at least once every other year
Now we
because
heard it.
it. I don't want it to get too long, but I do want it to look nice.
We feel it. Not answer that question. Ah. Sorry, sorry, Kev, not answer that question. Ja asks, what are some cons or becoming a content creator in your opinion?
Uh, I think didn't we answer that earlier? Wasn't that
Not your
I don't remember
negative.
whose answer that was. Question that was.
I don't think we asked that question. This is a con for becoming a content creator. Man, if you don't stop touching your goddamn phone and do your damn interview, then touch your motherfucking phone, we ain't got all these fucking issues. Oh, you back. Go ahead.
Okay,
Continue.
I won't touch it then. Um, to answer the question, one of the cons is definitely a lot of people don't know how to deal with like the fame if they get up there. Like you see a lot of people acting crazy when they get big enough. That's what I was trying to do, Duck. But other than that, the just getting used to a different grind, because it's different than working a job. You have to put more responsibilities on like what you're doing and such. Because if you don't, then you won't grow how you want. Where like as long as you go to your job, and as long as you clock in and clock out, you'll make that money, even if you don't do anything while you're there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just getting used to a different. It's getting used to a more entrepreneurial grind mindset.
Right. I mean, you're right. Your job already has a recipe for success to build yourself in a job. You don't have the recipe to success as a streamer. You got to make it your own because everybody's different. We're going to ask Q's question. Last question. No more damn questions. I'm skipping that. Come on, fun questions. Anyways, Chad, do you share your work on archive of our own, which I assume has something to do with writing? Never heard of it.
I've never heard of that site, honestly, but I don't share my rating. I should, because then I could get like feedback and stuff on it. But every time I shared my writing, I never got feedback because people didn't have time to read it.
That's why you write short stories.
So
I
kind
say
of
that.
stopped sharing it because no one was reading it. Some of the people may be watching.
Going back to what I said about including writing in your stream, there is a Instagram page, and I'm probably pretty sure it's probably a Reddit as well, that has to do with prompts. And I wanted to do something like that for my stream. I wanted to look at the prompt and
Bring
write.
back the manga.
What?
Bring back the manga. Only real Mac of All Games fans remember the manga.
I ain't got time for that. We'll see what happens. But I believe it's called writing.prompts on Instagram. There's a black screen with words on it, and it'll give you a prompt, and they'll give you some type of weird ass prompt for you to use to write a little short story, even a sentence afterwards. I even had something to do with that. I could remember I wrote a little something for it at one point because I wanted to include it to my stream. But if that's something that you want to do for writing wise, again, including your stream family and your community into that. We're kind of early, but we're all out of. Where's my gun? I ain't got a gun, but I got a blower. I will blow his ass away. Pause. Stop touching your damn phone. Anyways, last question. As always, the last question is what it is. As I said, we are early, but it's okay to be early sometimes. Do you have any questions for me? That's the last question, as always.
What plans do the Mac of All Games himself have for the year? Or like the future, if you have more long-term goals.
Goals or plans? Those are different.
Plans. That's what I mean.
Plans? I think somebody asked me this question already. I don't remember though.
Probably. I missed like three of the interviews that I need to go back and watch.
It's okay, crew. It's on YouTube.
It'll be on YouTube.
On here. It's on YouTube and it's on here. You got time in there. You got time. Appreciate you stopping by regardless. Plans for the year. Well, one of my unnecessarily complicated, not wanting to really do plans was to do Scorching September.
You bringing back the hot chip?
I don't know if you want to do it, but
I might
might
I might
do it.
join you.
We'll see
I might
what
join you.
happens. I don't know yet. That is a plan. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Don't really know if I want to do it or not, but that's something. Brought back Wormhole Wednesday. Brought back this interview. Bringing back a lot of things that I did before. I still need to do my 12-hour stream for my 6 hours of my not 6 hours, my 600 followers on Twitch. I haven't done that yet. Because I lost 600 followers and then I gained them back and then lost it again. So I need to do that. I don't know when though. Actually, I do know when. I do know when. I do know when. When I get there, I do got an idea. But that's my plans. I don't really have any long-term goals. Every goal that I make for streaming is currently just off the top of my dome. We had tournaments this year. I still want to do an OnlyFans party thingy for the 2 years that we all known each other. Not tomorrow.
I keep putting it off, but I do want to do a like Mario Kart tournament. 'Cause, we used to do those, and I want to try and bring those back.
We had no tournaments. We just raced. We were just.
I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. I want to bring them back. That's what I mean to say. It doesn't have to be a whole tournament, just a one more game we can all play together.
Yeah, let DJ host the game because of his shitty ass internet and not be able to play the game because the fucking lobby will close out. Anyways, that's my plans. But I appreciate you, my boy. Thank you for doing the interview. I've been in pain this entire time. This fucking finger line.
I was on my best behavior because I didn't want to be too much of a headache.
Crew had a question.
But I hope you feel better, my friend.
Thanks. I mean, it's just that I slammed my finger in this thing while I was opening it up to put the fucking phone up, and then I got hurt. It's a simple question. I'll
So
answer.
what were you saying? What's the question?
I'll answer her question. How did me and Sora meet? Sora was my employee. I was his boss. There you go. That's simple. That's it. Thank you, crew. I'm doing that. Are you streaming today? Well, when the next stream is?
Most likely today, because we are doing our thing later on tonight.
30 minutes. Yep.
But other than that, next time probably tomorrow. I want to do Atomic Hearts. That's gonna be the next game I stream. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but if I do, it's gonna be Atomic Hearts. If not, then the day after.
Have fun with the horny refrigerator thing.
That's why I'm playing it.
Of course. Anyways, I appreciate everybody stopping by, hanging out with us. I've been go to sneeze real quick.
Bless you.
Thank you. Not gonna lie, I've been struggling, but it's cool. I'll be streaming after this, not directly after this, but we are streaming my fight night. So if you have a PC and you want to join us in for some Tekken and or some Dragon Ball Fighters, definitely comes through to either stream and have fun with us. Besides that, I hope everybody has a great night. Appreciate you, Sora, for coming through and hanging out and sharing your thoughts on streaming and content creation. Remember what I said, if you ain't following Sora on Twitch, or you know Sora but you just haven't followed him on Twitch, do it today. Get him to 100 followers. How many followers you got now?
100, not 100. I wish 100. 92.
92. He's so close. That's not hard. That's not hard. He's so close. Make sure y'all follow Sora on all platforms. and look forward to his future content. But until then, I hope everybody have a great night. Thank you, Sora, again. You have a good night, or a bad one, because I don't want you to beat my ass. But I shall
I
see
mean,
y'all.
I bought my mains. I finally sat down and bought my mains.
We'll see if I can get some money for that. And I don't remember to play that fucking game. Anyways, I shall see y'all. Y'all have a great night. Eat well, sleep well. Stay safe out there, and enjoy yourselves, y'all. Peace.